Hi guys, welcome and welcome back. See Your Soul 3 Revolution. Me, please. General message for the collective. Today, guys, we're going to take a look at a third eye insight read. For those of you that aren't spiritual, but you're watching this, third eye, it just means you see things for how they are. It's real. It's real. It's like you see it. There's no see it for how it is, what it is, right? So we're doing that in 3 layers. So the first one's going to be the essence or focus of the situation, right? And then we'll get a deeper depth with the 2 cards that are going to come out after that. Then the second one, it's going to be what brings clarity. So you're going to get the answer and a deeper depth on that. Then you're going to get what brings balance. And then I will also let you know of anything else that pops out. I'll let you know of what comes out. And let's get this going. We also have the Santa Muerte deck is what I'm using. And I'll clarify with the Tattoo Tarot. And then at the end, we will get some words of wisdom from the Sacred Destiny. All right, guys, let's go. All right, Spirit Reggie. So wild. Okay. Spirit, show me for the collective what's the essence or the focus of the situation. Okay. The Lovers. Okay. Okay. Okay, wow. Got it. What brings clarity? Okay. My bad. Okay. All right. That brings clarity. Need 2 more, Spirit, for what brings clarity. No, Reggie. No, you're not going to fight me on this. He wants to, a lot of times when I tell him I'm going to be recording, he gets clingy, more clingy and needy and attention-y. Yep. So he'll start to do things that he knows he's not supposed to do for my attention. Yeah. It's like a child. All right. Give me 2 for what brings clarity. We're going to, the 2 clarifying the world. There's 1. Oh, wow. Okay. This is heavy. Need 1 more, Spirit, please. Just 1. Oh, shit. Okay. Wow, the High Priestess came out, and this is a third eye insight read too. This is the High Priestess is like hidden knowledge, knows a lot, worldly, is spiritually connected, whether you want to be or not. The High Priestess is. It's that higher knowledge. It's just a lot of like clarity. Able to see through almost everything, practically, because the High Priestess knows a lot. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands. So, all right. We're not done, but that seemed important, I guess. I said it before I understood why I said it, so it must have been important. But we'll keep that in mind. All right, Spirit, what brings balance? What brings balance? Wow, nice. And then we need to clarify. We need to get 2 more on that for deeper depth. Thank you. One more. One more, please. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. That's why I saw the 10 of Wands. So right off the bat, thanks, Spirit, something became, I don't even know if it became too much, because it's like the 10 of Wands, yes, but it's like you've went through a lot of different things and you got to the end of a bunch of different things at once, something like that, or something in multiple ways, and it's done. You're just like, it's like a sigh of relief, right? Like, no more. And there's the Fool, which is the complete opposite of the 10 of Wands, right? It's very lighthearted, Fool-like energy. It's like jumping off a cliff, right? Like not knowing. It's like maybe not knowing where you're going to land, but you know you're going to land okay, right? Like something like that. Like I'll jump off this cliff, I'll be alive when I get off it, and then it's like you got to get off that cliff to do something, and it's a big change. It's like leaving all that shit behind. Like the wands are at the top of that cliff. Now they're all there, right? It's like no more, and you jump off into something new. And you have like, it's like an emphasis on you have your health. So the landing will be, you're going to land on your feet and you're going to take off running. Yeah, some of you might have been hermiting yourself, or you might have been enlightened to something, went in with the knowledge to come out with the wisdom. This was like something in the works, in the making. You saw something a long time ago, and it was, some of you might have even been making preparations like in your mind. So when you had to move on this, you were ready. Others of you, this is like something that progressively got worse, and then it's just like, no. Like that. And this can be in any area of your life that it resonates for, right? Make it fit, but don't force it. All right. But the essence or the focus of the situation is the Lovers, the Chariot, and the Seven of Cups. So, okay. For a good portion of you, this has to do with a relationship, a marriage, a partnership, a close kinship. It's something. It's like that, right? Close kinship to someone, and I don't mean like a relative. I mean like this is a big piece of your life. This is an important person. This is, something like that, right? Whatever that is for you. It could be, you could be related. It could be a relative, because it's like you have to, you're stopping something that wasn't working. You're moving, you're something about options, offers. There's also confusion. There's something about no more illusions, confusions, something like that. And then it's like going with the options. Because not everything in these cups are good. These are all emotional offers, and it doesn't have to be love. Yes, it can be, but it's whatever. There's more things than love that make us emotionally happy, right? But not everything in these cups are good. So it's like, you're like, fuck, I've already done the delusions and the illusions, and like because that's what the Seven of Cups is. It's like emotional delusions and illusions, right? Not delusions, but illusions, right? Other people's delusions. It's confusion as well, right? On one side of it. On the other side of it, you come out and you know, okay, well, those cups weren't good. So now I have these other cups, and suffice to say, they are going to be, right? Like you've made it so. And there's forward movement. The Chariot is here. A lot of major arcana is here. So that tells me there's a lot of movement, a lot of action, a lot of things that you have to, a lot of things that led up to this. and you're moving on this. This is like divine intervention as well. It's like time. These are things that are they're going to mark time, like in life. It's like big things, and it's changes. And it, because you took a look at it, you had to, right? Reggie, I love you, but yeah. And it's forward movement. It's like the Chariot. So it's like, it's also showing there's a balance of emotions too. Some of you had to balance your emotions, or maybe you were in emotional confusion. Maybe some of you woke up from bullshit. You woke up from like manipulation. You woke up from bullshit. Like, but not that you woke up, or you're choosing to stay awake. No more codependent amnesia. Remember, guys, there's no hate, there's no shade, there's no judgment on this channel. We all learn, we grow, we evolve, right? That's what this channel is about. We're highly evolved anyway. We just keep growing. We wake up from things, and we're innocent once, right? Like, we don't know to know till we know, and then once we know, we make a choice. That's what you're doing. And the Chariot, but the Chariot can also talk about, because it's also a water card, 2 water sign cards here. Gemini's here too. I'll tell you who's out in a minute. But it's Cancer card, and it means one of the other meanings of many, but that it's a balance. It's like the emotions are balanced. It's the balance of the feminine, the masculine, of the emotions, right? When that's balanced, we see better. We see what's real. We see it. And once we see, we can't unsee, is what I'm hearing right now. Like, that felt important to say because I kept hearing it. Yeah. But it's also saying, and another message is, there's like, as you're moving forward, like, and you're like going, it's like going this way, like, get the fuck out of my way or hop on. And I don't know if you're hopping on, right? Like, just, you're going. But it's you're going, it's like you're running with the good things because you're getting out of this thing. It's like that. You're making a decision. For others of you, this could be a choice for freedom, a choice for independence, a choice for something new. Some of you, this is self-preservation, and you having to learn, some of you the hard way, right? Like, and you're done, and you learn the lesson, right? That's the situation. It also could be saying the situation is that in a relationship, there's emotional confusion, and it's just like, you got to be moved away from that, both parties. It's like that. They're showing me like 2 sides of the coin, right? Like, not just your side, they're showing me the other side too. Like, some of this, the person is, they just are not emotionally equipped. Wherever their trauma or their stunts are, it shuts off certain parts of emotion that is a normal thing for people, so they can do things that are just kind of insulting, audacious, right? It's and it's like you were waiting, but someone didn't catch up, and now you're even more ahead, something like that, right? For others of you, no, that's the only way I see it. Those ways that I told you. All right. And some of you are forcing this separation, like, or not, I don't want to say it like that, initiated it, and you're staying on track with it. You're following through with what you initiated. Yeah. That's the situation. So it's like, it's a heavy place to be. But you have to keep moving forward as you're doing it, which you are, It's just it's heavy energy. It does lighten up when we get to what brings clarity, the world. Okay, so before we get to all of that, this is who I have out. We have Pisces with the High Priestess, the Four of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. We have Taurus with the World. We have Scorpio with the World. We end Scorpio with the Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups. We also have Leo with the World. And we have Aquarius with the World. And we also have Aquarius with the Fool. That's not out anymore. And Gemini's out with the Lovers. Aquarius again with the Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords and the Page of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and Gemini here. All right. And for major arcanas, so there's only 22 major arcanas in any deck. There's 78 cards in a traditional tarot, right? There's mystery cards and stuff too, but traditionally there's 78 cards. 22 of those are like major things, right? And then you have your court cards and your everyday life. And these 22 cards are like major life things. The rest of the deck are like daily, the dailies, right? Like, or things that, it's like that. Reggie, I love you, but no. Okay. So it's done. What brings you clarity is knowing something has run its course. It's done. It's not the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a cycle ending, right? And a new one begins. The world is something has to close in the clarity of something closing, period. It also can be saying something can come back around, but in that instance, it's like telling me that you've thought of, even if it does come back around, you're going to reject it. It won't work out. It's just not going to work, right? So you've looked at it all these different ways, and the clarity came that it's got to end. I have to go through the like emotional sorrow, but also I have to like follow through with rejecting what I don't want. And then you have to work through that with yourself, right? Because that sucks. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. And if it was easy, it wouldn't hurt, right? Like what? But then you also have the High Priestess. So it's like you're going to be, if you're not already in this energy, then you will be. And if you're already in this energy, you're coming out of it to here, right? So once this happens, the clarity, or right, you go through what you go through, but you just know that you have to keep going, right? But the High Priestess comes out. It's like, bam. The emotional feel for whatever this was is like going to be worked through. And then it's like you're working with your higher self through your mind, but like through real eyes. Like you see, it's like tunnel vision. You see things for how they are. It's like you're at the realist that you're at. It's like, all right, the best way I can explain it is like teenagers, right? Like, when kids come into teenagerism, or not ism, but like when they come into their teenage years, they are at their most self-aware and heightened like state, right? Sense of being and real, right? It's like that. That's the High Priestess always, right? But without the teenage hormones, right? It's the knowledge, right? Because teenagers, they're at that heightened realism, right? Like but they also haven't gone through a lot of, they didn't have life to like interrupt. It's something that you're coming out of that's bringing you back into alignment to see shit for what it is always. And it's like to stay in that always. You're not, because it's like some of you might, it's like you were, when our emotions get fucked with, it messes our mind up too, right? You know, it just does. And so it's like a balance of this because you took care of something, and it's like you're good, or you will be, right? Of course you're good. You got to go get through this, because whatever you're getting rid of, whatever you're walking away from, whatever you're stopping, whatever you're going, right? Like pulling away, moving away from you, or moving away from it, right? Whatever that is. You have to work through that, and you will. But then it's like, boom, all of a sudden it doesn't hurt. It doesn't suck. And you see it. I understand, you see it for what it is, but there's no feeling or pain attached to it. It's just like you're healing it. You will have like came out of it. You're going to overcome it. And then it's like you're going to stay in high priestess mode. That's the situation that brings clarity too, is you working through your shit so you can see it for what it fucking is. Because you already know what it is. You're just still in an emotional, it's just emotions, are tricky. And so until that gets worked through fully, it's almost like you're moving unconsciously through your higher self, but because your emotions are not feeling the greatest, it's like you're going to like snap out of that because you're going to fix it. And then it's like, you're just back is what I'm hearing. And it's like something about detachment and discernment. It's like logic. It's like the way that you're leveling up, or you will, or what this is making you have to face within yourself to get over and to level, right? It's like that, right? Because it all comes down to us. Even if others hurt us, we heal from that, right? Like, but it's bringing you to another level of like enlightenment, and it's going to be okay. You're going to get through that. It just sucks right now, right? And if you're already in it, if you're already at that spot, you're going to get out of it quick. If you work through it, if you fight it, it's going to take longer. But if you actually work through it, it's going to work through quick. You're just maybe afraid to work through it because you don't know if it's going to take a long time, and it just sucks, right? You don't know what to expect, but I'm here to say it's going to quick. Yeah. Some of you were betrayed. It was an ultimate betrayal. That's why the Ten of Wands is this. Yeah, this is a complete end. It's like too bad. And some of you, this could have been a long time thing, and this is the final like stake in the coffin, or the final sword, so to speak, right? Black and yellow may be of significance. Butterflies may be of significance. Red may be of significance, and yellow. Okay. And then what brings you balance? So just because you know something, that doesn't mean that you have the clarity of something, but that doesn't always mean that you have the peace of it or the balance of it, right? Well, this is. So I'm going to show you what brings balance is you being completely honest with yourself about the drama, the bullshit, and something about fighting yourself, but also dealing with immature. This is like really mental mind games, bullshit. It's like realizing you're facing yourself. You're being honest with yourself to face yourself to say, this is not what I want for my life. I have to do this. Because if I don't do that, this is what's like left. Fucking Five of Swords and the Page of Swords. I don't like this combination in this spread, right? For this, right? Like, I don't like what it represents if you were to stay, right? I like what it represents with you being honest with yourself that you not do this is not happening, or this is not happening anymore. But yeah, so that's what's going to bring the balance. So it's like you're going to be upset, or you are upset, but you're going to come into the realization of this is it, right? And then it's like, then once that balance happens, it's like you're going to see it like, yeah, this is a good move. And then I'm also hearing in 6 months from now, you're going to be a completely different person, and you're going to, right? That's what I'm hearing. That's what I heard. 3 months from now, there's going to be a big change. I heard that. And I heard 2 months from now, some of you are going to get over it. And then they said emotionally, because you hide it too deep. You get through it now, but you got to work some more. That's what that, yeah. That's normal, guys. We're not all like always like equipped to or we don't always know how to deal with stuff, right? Like, it happens and then we deal with it, right? Like, we all have our own process. As long as you keep moving forward, and you're, sometimes we have to compartmentalize stuff to work on stuff, and then bring stuff out to work on, right? Like, that's actually a sign of a genius, to be able to do that and not be flustered or like you can filter and compartmentalize an emotion in your mind and come back to it later because you're dealing with something else. That's what I'm picking up. Yeah, that's crazy in a good way. That's genius level. Like what? That's a strong mind, and it's someone very strong in emotion. Just because, emotions come how they come. It's just, they're tricky and we don't always know. So you're doing awesome though. Like you are. Are there any final thoughts with the tarot for the collective? Okay, so I just kept hearing most likely outcome, most likely outcome. Okay, it's that person. So remember here we had the Page of Swords, and then it was the something else of swords. It was a Page of Swords and Five of Swords. Well, now we have the Knave of Swords, which is like the Page of Swords. So the final thoughts are, you might have to withdraw yourself because there might be another energy that wants to cause some sort of like mental fuckery and give you like anxiety or something. But it's also saying, I'll clarify. The High Priestess again, different deck. You're going to be too smart for that. So it's just a warning, like watch out for what can happen, which is this person, this energy, whatever this is for you, somehow still able to spy to, because this is my spy card, this is my social media spy card. It's what I learned it was as I was been reading for the last few years. It's just how it works. And which makes sense because it's the Page of Swords, so it's like learning, it's researching, right? But this can also be a conniving immaturity or a stunt of the mind, where it's like almost like an immature sociopathic energy, right? Like I'm trying to soften that because that's why I said it like that, because it's not like psychopath or psychopathy or psychopathy or like a true 100% sociopath, right? But it's sociopath. It's like an immature sociopathic type mental fuckery, right? Like nobody has time for that period, right? We don't want to do that. But you're going to see through something that used to work and put you in anxiety and sleepless nights and like just unnerve you in a way. It's not going to work anymore. It's because you're not over intellectualizing whatever this is. You're not putting all your, you're not going to care. This isn't going to affect you. Just be warned that it's probably going to like try, but realize, right? The High Priestess is here. You see shit. Like when you see shit for what it is, you can't get triggered by it anymore because you worked on it. You healed it, right? Because you don't get to High Priestess by just like wanting it, right? Like, no, you don't just wake up one day and you're there. No, you have to go through all these things. That's how the intuition comes. And then there's also the connection with, God, which is energy, your higher self, which is energy, right? It's some kind of mystical something that you can just pick up on that I don't really have an explanation for, but all I can say is it's math. It really is energy. But there is a story about the High Priestess. The High Priestess was said to be a virgin, and the reason she was a virgin is because that's how she got her messages from God. That's how she was able to actually go into the spiritual realm, but she never interfered. She would witness a lot, but she never interfered, and that's why she was allowed to roam spiritually, because she knows a lot of things, but she doesn't interfere unless like she can or she has to. It's something like that, but this is just someone that knows a lot, sees a lot too, right? So you're going to see through it. Those are the final thoughts. Be careful, beware. This is going to happen, but you're going to overcome it. it's not going to bother you. It's just going to be like, oh, it's that trick again, you know? It's almost like some of you feel, you pity someone, or you feel bad, or not feel bad, but you have sympathy because